everyone, welcome back to DIY with Dewey.
Today we're going to change out our 2001 Acura MDX rear shocks.
All 2001 to 2006 Acura MDXs. But alright, I'm just doing it the cheapest way possible. Here, so these are the tools I'm going to use. We're going to get a floor jack as well, so we can jack it up, and some jack stands. But I have a torque wrench, I have my mechanic tool set, and just a little crescent adjustable wrench. Turn. And 2 brakes. So I'm going to go ahead and chock the wheels up front, make sure the car doesn't slide anywhere. I'm going to go ahead and jack up the vehicle. So this one is normally hydraulic over air, but you can also do it manual. I don't have my air compressor hooked up right now. So I'm just going to light it up. Alright, it's off the ground. Let's go ahead and put our jack stand somewhere underneath. I'm just putting my jack stand under, I guess that's the sub frame. And it's not really touching, it's just in case if my jack falls or fails or it goes down, it will rest on that. And I'm just gonna do it real quick. So I'm not gonna climb under the car at all. We'll stay away from the underneath, so if it does fall down, we'll be okay. Sorry, I'm trying to work fast before we run out of daylight. What I'm going to do is put this wheel under the vehicle too. There we go. So if the car falls, it's going to rest on there and not on me. Okay, so I have some new rear shocks right here. And they're just cheap shocks right here. It's kind of similar. So I'm going to go ahead and remove this bolt up here. What size do you think that is? Maybe 17? Yeah, it's probably 17. Okay, so the top bolt is loose already. Let's go ahead and loosen the bottom bolt. Right. So the top bolt is loosened. The nut on the back is it looks like it's welded in place, so it's not going to go anywhere. And here's the back side. So there's another nut on the bottom, right here. And it's a 17 millimeter as well. So we're gonna go ahead and loosen this. Okay, we got the nut off. Let's go ahead and remove this bolt. We'll go ahead and compress this as much as we can. And then, so we got it out. Let's go ahead and put the new one in. Okay, I'm just gonna go ahead and pull off the sleeve. There. So it's decompressing on its own. Okay. All right, looks like it lines up pretty well. We're gonna put the nut on the bottom first. So right here. I'm just gonna do it by hand right now, and then we'll torque it in a bit. Okay, let's go ahead and put the bolt on top for it in. So this one has a point. It helps us line it up a little. And we're gonna lift up the suspension a little. So what I'm gonna do is take my floor jack. I'm gonna take my floor jack and I'm gonna jack it up a little bit. Okay, so I'm gonna push up the arm a little. There. You can see how that. So I'm resting it on that arm right there. And it's just for a little bit. I don't think it's gonna bend anything. There's not much pressure in it. And we want this to line up. So we're gonna jack it up a little more. There. All right, go ahead and tighten this. All right, I'm gonna torque it in a bit, but let's go ahead and get the bottom nut in. So now I can remove the jack. Now that the bolts are in, lower it down. Okay, so the jack's not holding it anymore. Okay, so I'm gonna tighten this bolt. All right, let's check the torque specs. All right. So I'm gonna go ahead and increase it up to 47. So there's 45, 46, 47. All right, lock it in place. No, that wasn't much at all. Okay, bottom, same for the bottom. All right, here's the top. All right, done. Okay, so this side's all done. We're gonna go jump on the other side, but let's put our wheel back on. So I always like to do kind of a crisscross pattern. Go ahead and move the jack stand. lower the car back onto the ground. And I always like to go slow, especially we just have new shocks on there. So just let it go down slow. There we go. Now the tires are touching the ground, I can torque it. Grab my tools. Let's go ahead and loosen the lock nut first. Alright. Take this out, throw it under the car. Jack stand. So we'll remove the top bolt just like earlier. 17 millimeters. Got the wrong one. Alright, this bolt right here. That one's out. Go to the top bolt. All right, top bolt's out. Now we can compress this down. Just keep putting slow pressure on it and it'll come out. There, do you see how it's compressing? There we go. Once we get the top out, there, the top is out. Now you maneuver the bottom out of the mount. Alright, so there's the bottom is back here. There. So it's out. And it was on that little mount right here. That. So we're gonna grab our new one and slide it in. We'll go ahead and just take the strap off. It'll start expanding on its own. All right, we're gonna put the bottom in first. All right, everything's lined up. That was easier than the other side. All right, and there it is. This is a better angle. So this is what I was talking about. This is the bottom of the rear shock. Go ahead and put, so this washer was on there like this. So it's curved. How it works, like that. And then the nut goes on. And these were 47 foot-pounds. We're gonna torque it to 47 foot-pounds. Hopefully you know how to use a torque wrench. That one's torqued. Let's go ahead and torque the top. There. 47. Done. New rear shocks and new rear brake pads. Put the wheel back on. We want to do crisscross pattern. So. Alright, so online it said 80 foot-pounds. I feel like that's a lot. Alright, so we're going to put it back on the ground. Let's get the floor jack, or the jack stand out. Alright, jack stands out. We're going to lower the vehicle. Once it's on the ground, then I can torque the lug nuts. Alright.